grassroots nonprofit organizations that has participated in the actual academy, is also providing a service for us today. So Tamisha Thomas with Too Much TV. Young men for Christ. Let's welcome Troy Johnson.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Now, what you want to do? Y'all want cars, chains, anything?
The Y4C is all about the Benjamins program is a great thing because it can help young people learn how to deal with their money. Applied knowledge is power. Ultimately, the vision is to empower young people to utilize money as a tool to build wealth and business.
The nonprofit GrassRoots Leadership Academy gave me the opportunity to build on capacity building skills, learning more about my self-reflection so I can be the best leader to our organization and serving the needs of the young people of Wake County.
Good morning, everybody. All right, so my name is James Todd, and I am the Executive Director for the Southeast Raleigh Assembly.
And I am Executive Director and founder of Empowered Citizens. And I'd first like to thank the GrassRoots Nonprofit Leadership Academy and
This was something that we started planning really over 2 years ago when I first came on board with Wake County Human Services. I had the opportunity to meet with both Commissioner James West and Councilman Corey Branch, who both had a really vested interest in the Southeast Raleigh community in particular, and the grassroots nonprofits who were serving in that space.
My name is Pastor Kelvin, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Take It By Force Ministries. TIBF is a 501c3 organization that offers leadership, creative writing, and life skills training.
We invite families, survivors, senior citizens, and everyone in between to around the tables. In the first 6 months of 2019, this free monthly event has given away clothing to 800 individuals.
I'd rather introduce you to a couple of people. This is James, a patient at Shepherd's Care Medical Clinic. A couple of months ago, he lost his job. He hasn't been able to find work because his blood pressure is out of control. He can't buy food for his family, let alone medicine he needs. Now he fights depression. He calls the office and talks to Mary.
There's so many tools to work with between raising money, knowing how to deal with other people, and just an overall look at what a nonprofit really is.
I am the Clifton Lavenhouse, the founder and legal director of Sandy Cliff. Southeast Raleigh residents are facing housing issues, such as loss of low-income units, affordable units becoming unaffordable, aging out of foster care, and temporary homelessness.
Many of these organizations were doing phenomenal work at a grassroots level, but that they really did not have the capacity needed to sustain the work. You are bringing Hollywood to Raleighwood. Representing TMT Youth Community Foundation, Tamisha Thomas.
Basically, what we've done is made advertising affordable. Our mission is to employ underprivileged youth and to develop a new innovative educational system that delivers economic opportunities to impoverished communities. Our TMT Mentee program works with students ages 18 to 25. We primarily work with Shaw University. They offer event marketing, they offer video production services, they offer marketing services, which is social media marketing, curriculum and education. We take your professional knowledge and turn it into education, learning, management systems so that you can have webinars and sell it over the internet to monetize.
Please help me welcome to our pitch platform, representing choice, not chance, Angela.
We don't love each other. We talk about killing each other.
All these kids are growing up now without their father, and they're trying to do their best. My name is Angela Morrow, and I am the co-founder of Choice Not Chance. We are a community initiative that is applying action to remove obstacles that limit access to equitable education, training, and resources to underserved and unserved African American males ages 8 to 18.
And so we talked about how through social and economic vitality, we could actually tap into the organizations that were serving in the Southeast Raleigh area, as well as in the eastern part of Wake County, to work with them from more of a strength-based approach to helping them build capacity.
Together for Angelicia Simmons.
Somebody, anybody, sing a black girl song. Bring her out to know herself. She's been dead so long. In 2014, we founded the Fannie Lou Hamer Institute in response of Kimberly Crenshaw's work about school push-out of black girls, because that's not covered. So I began to research and see what was going on in Wake County as well. Did see that there was an uptick in suspensions and juvenile justice system charges going up.
And what we found out was these organizations are doing phenomenal work, but we wanted to make an investment in those grassroots nonprofit leaders.
As we look to move forward, please join me in welcoming, representing Building a Better You, Sharon Decoster.
Founder and executive director of Building a Better You, which is a personal development life skills fashion program for preteens, teens, and young adult women.
Miss Sharon has helped me go through middle school and high school. Being in the IB diploma program, I was the only minority in most of my classes, so I had a hard time with people, my classmates understanding me and me having a voice in class.
The program originated in 2003, and we work with the age group between ages of 10 to 21 from young ladies of all walks of life.
And so the Grassroots Nonprofit Leadership Academy worked with individuals on everything from mission, vision, and values to accounts-based accountability and reporting to human resource development. We were able to pull in our partners from Wake Tech to help us with the human resource development. And then we were also able to add in what was an added bonus using Executive Services Corp of the Triangle to actually allow organizations to receive executive coaching as a part of the experience.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. The knowledge, the experience from the professors and instructors that came on board. Each of them had at least 30 years experience in the nonprofit sector and business sector.
My name is Vivian Johnson. I'm with Extended Grace MC Incorporated. I have a mobile shower service and hygiene service for homeless men, women, and families serving the Southeast Raleigh area, Wake, and Durham counties.
So who are we? The Be Well Foundation is a one-year-old tax-exempt community foundation. And our first initiative is going to be a residential program for single-parent families pursuing post-secondary education.
So the other big takeaway that I had was through peer learning. I learned so much from the other fellows in the class.
So representing Wake Up, Wake County, let us welcome Heather Keefer.
We're going to talk about something that really affects Southeast Raleigh and Eastern Wake County, and it really affects all of Wake County. And so we're going to talk about how the lack of transit removes the access to resources in our community and how we as a group can fix it.
We can partner with other nonprofits in the communities and really make a difference.
The one thing that I take away from this Leadership Academy is the collaboration of how all nonprofits can really benefit from one another.
You cannot be afraid of taking risk when you're trying to eliminate the disequilibrium.
First of all, building my board and finding and leveraging the people that need to be on my board. So looking around to my other nonprofits that are in this group to collaborate with them to use them in the gaps.
Most impactful was the capacity building, being able to identify what it is I actually need to build capacity. So that was the most impactful for me.
We are certainly hoping that this is not going to be a one-shot deal by far. I think what we learned from this experience is that the true value of the Grassroots Nonprofit Leadership Academy was the community that it built among the organizations who were participating. There was such a powerful moment during the pitch process, or right before the pitch process started, where all of the organizations were in a circle. And I know that sometimes faith can be controversial, but it wasn't about just praying to God. It was about organizations coming together for one common purpose and believing that they were stronger together and wishing each organization a level of success, and pretty much saying this really isn't about us, but it's about the community of people that we are serving. So it's our goal that this movement will now become something that is sustained, that these organizations will see the value of their collaboration.
That I learned so much about time management, about building capacity, financial assets, just knowing that there's money available for nonprofit organizations, and that being a nonprofit, you are still able to make some sort of profit. It is okay to do so.
I was really increased capacity in my leadership. I think if you increase the leadership abilities and capabilities of the leader, it really helps to enhance the organization so that the organization can make a bigger impact within the community.